Good? What's good, everybody? Welcome to. Somebody got some feedback. Where's that coming from? Let me check. Oh, it's coming. I think that was coming from Vince. Yeah, a little feedback pop up, Vince.
It's usually me, but
All right, yeah, my bad. Welcome to Kandid Konvos. I'm your host, Quay Price. We got Chloe on deck. We got Vince on deck. Dang, Vince, now you cam out, man. Yeah, the cam is still black, man.
Okay, I'll come out and come back in.
All right, cool. Yeah, sorry about that. Let me try it again. Let's welcome to Kandid Konvos. I'm your host, Quay Price. We got Chloe on deck. We got Vince on his way back. Say what's up to the people, Chloe.
Hey everybody, happy Wednesday.
For sure. Happy Wednesday. How's your week been so far?
Pretty good. I can't complain. Been working on some stuff behind the scenes that hopefully I can put before the people see. So yeah, it's been good.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna hold tight until you hit us with the information. All right, shout out to everybody joining us tonight. Shout out to my girl Kenyatta. She said, "Hey everyone, appreciate you, Kenyatta, for checking in with us. Always representing the show." Shout out to Remy as well. She said, "Hey guys, Remy, what's going on with you? Appreciate you joining us tonight." All right, here we go. Are you good to go, man?
Is that better?
Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, cool. Let's say we appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Listen, this is Kandid Konvos. We do this show every Wednesday night, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, every Wednesday night. I said we are live on YouTube right now. We're live on Facebook at Kandid Konvos. You can also catch the show on the Quay Price page as well. Now, let me do this early real quick while I'm thinking about it. This is the link to the panel. So anybody who wants to join the show tonight, because we got an interesting topic, drop this link in your browser of your Google Chrome, your Microsoft Edge, your Apple device, whatever you got. And you can join us on the show live on the panel. Let's see, you can cut your camera off if you choose, but we always encourage you to leave your camera on. Makes for a better show, better engagement. So yeah, let's say definitely join us tonight. Come up on the panel with us. Let's say we like to have a little fun. We also like to handle that biz as well. So definitely come join us. So you can catch this link in both of the chat feeds. So at Kandid Konvos on YouTube or Facebook, and also Quay Price. So this link is in all of the chats as well. If you don't catch it on the screen. All right. So let's drop this topic. Then we're going to go over the events for a quick minute. Then we're going to get on into this. So the topic for tonight, why couldn't y'all stay together? Let me run that back. Topic for tonight. Why couldn't y'all stay together? All right, let me go over to my man Vince. What you got for us, Vince?
I have Bad Boy.
Okay. All right.
By Carolina Herrera. This is more of a body spray type scent. This is more of a jeans. You know, you got your sweats on, you got your D-boy hat on. You know, you might play some basketball in this and you want to smell good just in case. You see a nice little cutie, you want to smell good. You know, you sweating, but you still can smell good.
Okay. All right, cool. We dropped for a minute. I don't know what that was.
Am I back up?
No, you good, man. I think that might have been us. Hold tight for a minute, Vince. Yeah, just want to double check something real quick. Just want to make sure we don't get pushed out. Okay. Everything seem all right to y'all? You muted, Chloe.
My bad. I think it was just your feed.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Blame it on the host. Shout out to my guy Donovan. He said, "What up, though? Appreciate you for joining us, brother. Appreciate you for joining us." All right, man. Let me get past all these technical difficulties that's been going on, man. Let's get into this topic, man. Why couldn't y'all stay together? All right, one of them nights. All right. So yeah, video came my way. I was a little disgusted. I said I think this is worth a conversation, so we're gonna get into this. Let's see. Donovan said lying, cheating, and tried to play victim when busted. Man, Donovan, you coming out the gate, man. Wait.
Oh my
God!
Wait. He didn't come to play.
Hold on, Donovan. Let us get. All right. So I came across this video. I said, everybody, folks send me stuff. I see stuff, but like I said, somebody sent this my way. I think it's worth the conversation, so we're gonna get into it. All right, y'all let me know if y'all can't hear this when this goes.
I left a good man to pursue my film career in Atlanta and ended up stripping as a single mom. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
My man was boring, but he took care of me. We had a house and food on the table. I left him to pursue my film dreams in Atlanta. That failed. I've been stripping and other things. I got pregnant and want to go back home, so he'll help me. He's dating. How to win him back? Nah, you got to accept that L, sis. Where's that child's father?
Mm-hmm.
See, you had a good man, but that was boring, sis. The routine got boring, so you decided to go live your life, and it ain't going as planned. Then you get pregnant by somebody else that wanted nothing to do with you but GTD. Get the drawers. Then he sprayed up the walls and he bounced. Go find that baby father, sis.
Yep.
That's not his baby. You want to come back now for him to take care of somebody else's baby. Now, you got a lot of audacity. You got to take that L. Take it. Hold it tight. Because that's your L.
All right. Topic for tonight. Why couldn't y'all stay together?
Ooh, child.
All right. So that video came my way. And I thought that video was interesting, right? Because once again, it sparked another conversation, which is why we're talking about this tonight. So the young lady in that particular video, as you guys saw, she was with the guy. She decided she wanted to pursue a film career down in Atlanta. So the guy essentially, so she left, went down to Atlanta. She left, went down to Atlanta to start her life over, or whatever you want to call it. Things didn't go right. She had to fall back on some stripping, and she got pregnant by some random dude. But now she wants the guy back that she was originally with, because essentially he used to take care of her. But the main point that I grabbed out of that is the reason why she left the man in the first place. And she says she left the man because he was boring. So seeing that video, and I said, shout out to everybody down in the comments. Seeing that video got me to thinking. And, as bad as that sounds, leaving a man for being boring, I've heard that mess before. It's not the first time I heard that. And it just got me to thinking, how much of this stuff is going on out here, right? So we got people in relationships, we got people getting married, so getting to the point of being married. But now it has me wondering, are a lot of these folks who we've seen leave these relationships or divorce from their significant others, are they even doing that for the right reasons? Yeah, in my eyes, somebody being boring is not enough to leave somebody like that. That don't make sense to me. You know what? Put it like this. I need one of the females in the comments to let me know, what does it mean for a dude who's taking care of you to be boring? Yeah, I need to understand that. That's the first thing. I need to understand that. So any of the ladies down in the comments, let me know what it means for a man to be boring, especially when this man is taking care of you. Listen, she put that in her post. My man is taking care of her. So I need to understand that. That's the first thing. But yeah, I'm just wondering, how many situations do we have out here where people are divorcing or leaving significant others on some nonsense. Yeah, and I got some questions around that because I said we're gonna go there tonight, but I'm gonna go to my folks on the panel, Vince or Chloe. What y'all thinking about this? So you do it sound right? You think we got a lot of this going on out here? Is people not strong enough to handle relationships and staying married? Like what are we looking at? Go ahead, Chloe.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, shout out to Chisha's Eye for that clip.
For sure.
But I would say, yeah, it's par for course. I mean, this is what's happening out here in these streets. I don't know, I think for me, I think this like emergence, like first of all, I mean, this sudden like need for you to be so excited all the time, for a man to just keep you excited all the time. I mean, this is a relationship. It's not a ride at the amusement park. You're not going to be entertained. It's not that man's responsibility to entertain you all the time. Like, you need to get a hobby, find some things that, stimulate you. It's not that man's job to be your means of entertainment, first and foremost. Second of all, you know what? Shout out to all the boring dudes. I'm about to start a Facebook group. All the boring dudes. I am C Price. You see the name right there? Hit me up. All boring guys. Because I'm about to start a Facebook group. It's a woman right now looking for you. She's looking everywhere for you. So don't worry about it. Hit me up. We finna get this thing popping, because all of these dudes feeling like they gotta leave the black community to find a woman because black women tripping. All of these dudes, feeling like ain't no good women out here. Everybody crazy, talking some they don't need a man, walking around talking about how independent they is, talking some 666, the devil's numbers and everything else. Their women don't speak for us. They do not speak for the entire black female delegation. They don't. So I'm gonna start a group. If you a boring guy, if you've ever been called a boring man in your life and you looking for a woman, hit me up. If you've ever been referred to as a nice guy and you looking for a woman right now, hit me up.
Man,
We're gonna make the love connection. We're gonna make the love connection, because there's women out here right now that would do anything for a nice, boring guy. So you know what? We finna stop all this foolishness. Everybody can't come. These women that's out here acting up like this, gonna get left behind. We not doing that no more. We not about, it's okay to talk about it, to bring awareness to it. We need to have the conversations. Hopefully we can wake some people up to the foolishness, and we can get some people on code. But for the people that still on this BS, gonna get left, they can't come. It's nothing we can do about that. But we not trying to lose all of our good black men to this foolishness. So yeah, let's do that, because what we not gonna do is have these women representing us.
Okay, there it is. You want to say anything, Vince? You good, man?
Yeah, I got a couple things actually. When I seen the topic, I was like, I gotta be on, because I have so much knowledge and experience. I want to first of all talk about marriage, because I think that's the only real commitment. It's the only real relationship is marriage. So in my first marriage, I can say that I was 22. I had a 5-year-old, and my ex-wife was pregnant, and she was 6 months pregnant. So we had a shotgun, wedding marriage. And I think that we couldn't stay together because we didn't know. First, we didn't know ourselves. I think that's a lot of the problem. You don't know yourself. You don't know what you like. You don't know what you want to do. You're trying to find yourself, and trying to find yourself with so many obstacles is very hard. We were 22, 2 kids, new house, new job. She didn't work. it was just a lot to handle at that young age. And now I look back, and to be totally transparent, she left me. We stayed together for, I think it was about a year and a half, but I should have known because we were constantly breaking up and getting back together. So in the marriage, it wasn't anything different. So, but I think if she wouldn't have left, it was doomed regardless because we're totally different. We have nothing in common but our children. But we didn't know that at 22. Now, for the boring thing, I think that marriage is not for the faint of heart. I tell people my age all the time, if you're not trying to really have a legacy or have some kids, I don't think people should get married after 40 because they got too many expectations. It's too many issues that people really don't want to face. You've had so many experiences sexually, and that is a big part of it. Because if this one guy blew your back out, everybody else is gonna be schmeeglers.
Oh my God!
And it'll never be enough. I know it sounds, but when you have so many different experiences and you bring that to somebody and y'all might not vibe sexually, you gotta understand these women, that's really what they want. They got their own jobs, they got their own houses, they got their own kids, they got their own money. They want love. They want sex. They don't want marriage. They don't want commitment. They don't want sacrifice. Men either. I'm not gonna put this all on women. Men too. So I think that we need to get out of this feeling of love and the actual action of love. Marriage is selfless. So people going there, I want this, I want this. I said, don't get married then. If you want all that, you need to stay single and just find you a little relationship. You over there, he over there. Do it like that. Because when you get older, it's so many challenges, and sex is a very big part of it. When I was dating, because I asked the tough questions when I was single. I didn't hold. I said, "Why you get divorced? How many baby daddies you got?" From the second or third date, I ain't hold them up. Well, we just grew apart. What does that mean? You grew apart. What that mean? Well, we just grew apart. I said, what does that mean?
Right. Break that down.
And usually, sex wasn't good. That's usually what it boiled down to.
Man.
He got a little hypertension. He.
We just freeze up?
Yeah.
Okay,
they see all these beautiful relationships on Facebook and Instagram, these 50-year-old women thinking they, can get their groove back like Stella.
Oh, man. Oh, man. But see, man, even hearing that though, man, that just has me thinking, man, folks can't be doing this for the right reasons, man. Like they can't. I mean, like when we get into the point, and I said I'm gonna keep it a buck. When we get into the point where we dropping somebody off because of some sex, man, that you ain't start that out for the right reasons. Let me keep it real. And like I said, just hearing this stuff, and I said, all the things that you said, man, they are true. I said, I've heard these things before. So I said, you're not making this up, man. But yeah, it just always takes me back to, are we even doing these things for the right reasons? Are we getting into these situations just purely based on emotions? Yeah, because I mean that's the only reason I could see why people are departing each other so easily. Like I said, leaving somebody because you quote unquote calling them boring, like what kind of sense does that make? Yeah, you can't call somebody boring in one breath, but then come back and say, and I'm just using the video from earlier, can't come back and say this person was taking care of me though. Like that don't add up. If then you go away to another state to pursue an acting career, you get with some random guy, he gets you pregnant. Now you want to go back to the boring guy. Like that don't even make sense. So it's like, why you even leave my man in the first place?
I mean,
why both of y'all couldn't hop the little Spirit Airlines and run on down to Atlanta? Like,
let me guess, because he was stable and he had no interest in chasing her pipe dreams to go to Atlanta to be an actress. He was like, no, I'm not uprooting everything that I've established here to follow your pipe dream to be an actress. It's not like she got like some, 6-figure job or something, an offer or something like that, where it's something stable for them to pick up their whole life and move it, right? That wasn't the case. She wanted to move for a maybe, possibly situation. Yeah, you do that on your own. Go do that on your own. I'm not going with you. And I kind of wanted to touch on, something that Vince said. Like, I just want to know, somebody tell me, because maybe I'm going at this all wrong. Maybe I think of it wrong. Maybe my standards is just different. But when we stop leaving dudes because of sex?
I'm gonna tell you when we start doing that.
Like,
when we start telling our kids to go out there and have fun, be young, date a whole lot of people before you get married. So then you'll know what you want. Like, dating 10 people will tell you what you want. And all that does is give you 10 traumas to try to work through in this relationship. So what happens is, it's like having a good steak. Steaks are very different. You have Ruth's Chris, and once you find one you like, if that relationship don't work out, it's that in your mindset, because you've had so many different experiences. If you only had 2 steaks, you won't have those experiences. You won't have the experience of a guy, maybe who's good sex, or a woman that's good sex. And you have to realize that we are having a lot of experiences before we get married. We having experiences, we having kids, we having baby mamas, baby daddies, 3-4 year relationships, 10-year relationships, and then try to circle that all back around and start from the beginning.
So yeah, I get that. I guess my thing is, a follow-up to that though is, one, that's true. We shouldn't be having as many experiences as we're having prior to getting married. But also, I just feel like it points to a larger issue. And well, there's several large issues, but one of them being, people don't want to work anymore. People don't want to put no effort in. What happened to learning what each other like? And by the way, y'all, hit that like button. Like, get them likes up, y'all. Let's increase our reach. Let's get them likes up. These are good conversations. Make sure everybody's seeing them, sharing, like. So yeah, people don't want to work no more. Like, people don't. All they want to do is, if they want no effort, right? What the fun part to me, and maybe I'm just outdated thinking, but the fun part to me is learning this person, like learning what they like, learning what make them tick, like exploring things with them. Like, that's fun. That's a part of the experience. Like, everybody's not the same, right? But is it that this person can't please you, or you don't know how to be pleased? Right? Is it that you don't know how to communicate to this person how to please you? Or what's really going on there? Because I understand some, anatomy, some dudes packing this way, some packing that way. Some ladies might be shaped this way, some shaped that way, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, we all do still have the same parts, right? So let's figure out how to make that work. To me, it's just a cop out. He wasn't hitting it like this, or he wasn't doing it like that, or she wasn't doing, like, show her how you like it. Show him how you like it. Like, have fun, explore, you know what I'm saying? Learn each other, make that a part of the experience. I don't understand why we would let go of somebody who is, doing this and that for us, which these things are just more of a higher priority and more important, but they not doing this. And my last partner, they did this like this. Like, I don't understand that. To me, it's the craziest thing ever. And it just shows me, that this is a larger issue. The same lack of effort that you're putting into your physical pleasure is the same lack of effort that you put into making the relationship work. You just want it to work. And it's not like that. Nothing worth having is like that. You know what I'm saying? If this man ain't pleasing you in a bed, like at any point, are you gonna look at yourself and go, "Dang, am I a lame lay? Is it me?
Not the lame lay,
Bruh.
Is it me? Like, I mean, I'm being for real. Like, what's
You can't
going
make this
on?
shit up. You can't make this shit
It ain't
up.
always the other person.
Y'all heard it.
And then also, I think that when you get in some of these relationships, that you overlook a lot of things. You overlook if you have common interests, because sometimes you are getting in these relationships just for a situation, tired of being single, tired of dating. So you meet somebody, y'all get along, but you never really talked about marriage. You never really talked about, what you wanted and needed from a relationship. I have a lot of times where I've seen women have married men who are good men, but they didn't like to quote unquote do anything. I've heard a lot of that. He don't like to do nothing. I want to do this and I want to do that. So I asked him, well, has he ever did that? And they'd be like, no. I said, well, why you marry him? Oh, because, okay, well, stay with him then. You married him for that reason, then stay with him for that reason. Don't wait till it's 10, 15 years later. He never wanted to go on the trip. He never wanted to fly. But you like the fact that he worked at Ford and he had a good job to take care of you and your kids, and then y'all had a couple kids and he paying them more. Stay with him for that.
Bruh.
But now they feel like, well, I don't, I don't want to waste all my time, And then men too, they married somebody and she never was a good cook, or she never was whatever. But you married her.
Yeah, I'm
not
trying
get
to
everything. Even though I got everything. I did get everything. But hey, everybody ain't gonna get everything. I know she watching that, Quay. See, I did that.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
Oh man. Yeah, no, man. I'm trying to figure this out, man, because I'm just trying to understand. Let's see, Kenyatta said, I want to do absolutely nothing with my man. Man,
Okay.
that's facts right there. Let me
Okay.
bomb drop on that.
It ain't nothing like it, Kenyatta.
Yeah, let me drop the bomb on that one, Kenyatta.
Together. You know what I'm saying? Keep that money, keep your money in your pocket. Do something, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay.
Vince.
It's underrated.
Yeah, no, I've been hearing some of the ladies, saying that lately. Like I said, they ready to sit down with their man. Like they ain't got to be catching all these Spirit flights, getting caught in Miami, can't get home. Ooh. They ain't got to be burning up all this money, you know what I'm saying? Because they like these groceries getting crazy, so they trying to save some money.
Look, so I'll make you a steak, baby. I'll make you a steak.
So I've definitely been seeing some ladies changing their tune when it comes to burning up all this money. But yeah, I'm really trying to understand this thing, because I said all of this this dude is boring and this entertainment and all of this, and it's like, where is this coming from? I mean, who said they had who signed the contract said they got to keep you entertained? Like what where are we getting this stuff from? Like when we start leaving dudes because they ain't entertaining you all day, or when we start leaving ladies because they ain't entertaining, like what?
Social media.
Some of this stuff crazy. Like I said, definitely social media plays a part. Let's see, Winfrey said that peaceful chill time with each other is definitely underrated. That's facts. That's facts all day. That's facts all day. And you know what? Let me say this for the fellas. I'm gonna speak for the fellas real fast. Fellas definitely appreciate a young lady who can sit down and chill with her man. And that don't matter if it's a football game. That don't matter if it's sitting in front of the fire, like just chilling on some quiet, just chill out, just be around somebody peaceful. Fellas definitely appreciate that. So I'm gonna speak for the fellas for a minute. I don't think we got to be entertained all the time. Yeah, you ain't hearing that coming from us at all. Let's see. Remy said, "I love it here. It's so peaceful." There it is. Let's see. Rodney says social media. Yeah, no, we get a lot of this stuff from social media, Rodney. A lot of these unrealistic expectations.
Yeah.
A lot of this stuff comes from social media. Let's see. Kenyatta said the housewives BS. That's facts.
True.
Let's see. Donham said a lot of folks are in relationships to stunt on their friendships. Whoa.
Oh, he said something. He said something. It's
For
a lot
sure.
of ladies out here trying to impress their friends. They're trying to impress their friends by the way they look, their bodies, their hair, their jobs, their cars, the amounts of things they can buy by going into debt. It's a lot of that. Like I've heard it said before that women are really competing with each other. Like some of the stuff that they're doing, they're not even doing for men. They're doing it for each other. They're doing it to outdo the other and to compete with each other. And I'm starting to believe that that's true, that there are women, a lot of women, more than we probably even realize, that are doing a lot of this stuff to keep up with, what they think the next woman is doing or what they see her doing. Not knowing how to be content and satisfied with where they are. Like Remy said, she said, I love it here. It's peaceful. Like, I don't think that, and this is just a message to ladies, like, I don't think y'all understand how peaceful it is to be in a relationship with someone. And I'm speaking in the context of a marriage because I agree with Vince that that's the relationship that matters. That's the one that carries weight. And all of this stuff that I'm talking about, by the way, getting to know each other and all of that. I mean, I'm speaking of that in the context of a marriage, but at the same time, I know that that's not what everybody does these days. So it still applies to situationships or relationships, whatever. But I am speaking in the context of marriage because I feel like, there are some things that if you didn't have all of those extra marital experiences, maybe you wouldn't make it so hard for yourself. But I do understand that's not everybody's story. So listen, it still applies. Anything worth having, you have to work at. But yeah, I don't think that some women understand how comfortable and how peaceful it is to have some predictability, to have some stability, to know where you're going, where you're at, to be able to look at what you've been able to build together and go, this is a good place, right? Like it's so peaceful. Like the women on TikTok and on Instagram or wherever they are doing these videos that we've actually used a couple of them in our shows where they're talking about how tired they are and how, they wouldn't mind a man to, help them and they ready to be, with somebody now. They're tired of doing it by themselves. Like, sis, this is what this looks like, chasing unrealistic goals and having unrealistic expectations and always looking for somebody to entertain you and wine you and dine you all the time and do everything that it is you think you need. That's what this looks like. A lifestyle of that will have you, and this is not to offend anyone, I'm just saying, a lifestyle of that will have you in your 40s on somebody's social media platform talk about I'm so tired. Like this is what that looks like a few years down the line. So like seriously, like it's time for us to, let's evolve. Let's move past that. Come get some of this peace, sis. Find you a man that y'all can really work together. Go into it with realistic expectations and, enjoy getting to know each other, enjoy pleasing each other, learning how to do so, enjoy, come on, y'all. part of the it's part of the process. That's part of the excitement. That's the exciting part.
It is. It is. Facts.
That's the
Facts.
exciting
Facts.
part. Y'all missing the exciting part because y'all want everybody to be ready made out here.
Good point. Good point. Good point. Like I said, and that's that lazy approach. Yeah, but everybody ain't gonna be ready made. Yeah, like I said, a lot of the excitement is in the growing process, the learning together process. That's where the exciting is, the trying new things, the new experiences together. But you know, to your point, Chloe, everybody want these ready-made templates, and that just ain't even how it works. That ain't realistic. Let me get this comment from Winfred. What's up to my guy Winfred? He said, "How do people know when they've grown and healed enough to even engage in a relationship?" See, he says, "I think a lot of these relationships are comprised of broken folks who don't know they're not well." Okay, I see that. They can't possibly understand real peace. That's why they put on for social media and friends. No, I agree with that. I agree with that. Winfred, you want to say something, Chloe?
I'm just gonna say I just recently did a video. This was speaking strictly to women. Maybe I'm hoping the men can shed some light from the male perspective, but from a female perspective, one way for sure is if you are walking around talking about how independent you are and how much you don't need a man and how a man can't do this for you, a man can't do that for you, and how boring a man who got all his stuff together is, there's something there. There's something in your past experiences that you have not addressed, and it's not allowing you to move forward. It's not allowing you to be happy because that mindset is a trauma mindset. There is something in your past that is unaddressed and unhealed. And that is why it's so easy for you to throw men away. It's so easy for you don't need a man, you independent, you this, you that. That a person who is healed in themselves do not look at another person and see only deficiencies in that person. The reason why you're looking and seeing deficiencies is because there are some in you and you're projecting.
Thanks.
So that's a good way, at least from a female perspective. And I can say that from a female perspective because I had some things I need to heal that I needed to heal. So it's like, I can say that. Like there is some things, we can go into, we can do a whole conversation about this at some point. Actually, I think we probably should, but I would like to know what the male perspective is for men. Like how do men identify that?
Yeah, no, let's go ahead, Vince.
Well, I knew I was ready for a relationship once I took full accountability for my life up until that point. When someone would ask me a question and I looked at what I did wrong first. And that's what, when I was dating, I would ask these tough questions first so I would see would they take accountability for their actions in it. If it was always, well, he did this, he did that, he did this, he did that, my first mind was, well, then why did you pick him? Oh, well, he wasn't like that at first, and he changed on me, and da. I said, no. And that's why I think me and Remy, I think it was our first date. And that was the first thing that I knew that was my wife. Because the first thing that came out of her mouth was, I knew better. She didn't put it on him. She said, I knew better. I take full accountability. It is what it is. I'm not blaming him. I moved on. I've taken accountability for all my flaws. And I did too. I said I was a liar and a cheater for all of my relationships, pretty much. And that's why they didn't work. It don't matter what they did. I was a liar and a cheater first. And once I stopped doing that, and once I said, you know what? I can't keep doing the same things and expecting a different result. And once I took full accountability for that, God, when I tell you God opened up a window, woo, you want me? God opened up a window and poured out a blessing that I can't even receive. That's what he did. And I think that's where we have to get to a place where we take full accountability and said, you know what, whatever it was in these relationships, first you picked them. Did nobody tie you down or have you in the basement locked away somewhere? You picked that person, male or female.
Facts.
And once we take accountability for that, forgive ourselves, and move on, I think we'll do a lot better in these relationships.
No, I agree with you on that, man. But see, the problem is, Vince, is you are talking about one of the words that has become kryptonite to almost every person in existence, man. The word accountability. Man, people running from that word, man. Like I said on some Superman type stuff, they running, bro.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm in so many conversations, man. And when that word accountability comes up and taking responsibility for your actions, taking responsibility for the men that you chose or the women that you chose, man, everybody go running, bro. But that's really what it comes down to, man. Essentially, at the end of the day, like I said, like some other people like to say, you got to own it.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to own it. That's what you chose. That's what you got caught up with. That's what you slipped up with. You know, to the fellas, that's what you fell in. It's like, you got to own it. Yeah, you did that thing. That's on you. So you got to eat. What some people say, you got to eat that. That's on you, bro. That's on you, sis. It is what it is. Let me get this comment from Kenyatta. She says, ladies and gents, please understand happy comes from within. She said, your man, woman cannot make you happy. She can only enhance, or she can only enhance your happy or your happiness. No, that's definitely facts. It's definitely facts. You know what? I'm gonna flip this up for a hot minute. I said it's 9:21. I'm gonna try to keep time tonight. But I'm gonna flip this up for a hot minute. I got a question. So I'm gonna leverage a comment from Kenyatta from earlier. Let me find that. Let me find that because I gotta ask a question. Where is that comment? All right, right here. Kenyatta dropped a comment earlier and said, I don't know. She was talking, actually, we were talking about the whole boring thing and all of that. But she said, I don't know. My ex-husband told me I was boring. She said he cheated, and that was one of the reasons we divorced. So let me ask this question. I'm going to go ahead and keep it a buck. I said, I got to flip this up a little bit. Let me take this comment down so I can ask this question. So my question to everybody. So people in the comments, I already know your answer, Kenyatta, so you ain't got to answer. Is cheating enough to leave a husband or a wife?
Wow, that is a really good question.
I'm posing that question to the folks on the panel, Vince and Chloe, and I'm posing that question to everybody in the comments. Kenyatta, you can answer if you want, but you don't have to answer. I used your comment. Is cheating enough to leave your significant other or your man or your woman? Let's go there. Okay, Donovan said yes.
First.
Okay.
I'll take the ladies.
Come on, ladies. I want to hear something. Somebody say something.
Okay, so So I'm gonna say something that may be controversial to some women.
Okay, let me get ready. Go ahead. Let me get ready.
So I think that it shouldn't always be.
Oh.
I think that it depends on your situation and the circumstances. I think that a woman should weigh, all of those things. That this doesn't mean, though, that I think cheating is okay. It doesn't mean that I think that a woman should be okay with it. And I don't think that it doesn't mean that I'm automatically saying a woman should stay if a man cheats. Like, please, this is by all means a personal decision, okay? Case by case basis, based off whatever your criteria is. But this is the reason why I say this. And I've said this before in a completely different show. This is where the rubber meets the road. I'm not going to even talk about a significant other because I'm only strictly speaking of a marriage situation, because and this ain't to make nobody feel funny, but until you're married to that person, technically that person can walk away from that relationship and do whatever. It doesn't mean that it's okay, because if you guys are in a monogamous relationship, it should stay monogamous. But to me, the context of cheating really happens in a marriage situation exclusively. And I will say that, for me, I think that women should really weigh their options, right? Why do I say that? Because I've known women who have been in committed relationships, marriage relationships for, considerable amount of time, and left the marriage for infidelity. And here's the thing. What does that look like for you, ladies? Let me just be honest, real honest for a minute. What does that look like for you 15, 20 years into a marriage, and the man cheats, and there's kids, and there's a lifetime, and you're not 20 anymore. And what does that, practically speaking, what does that look like? What does it look like for you? Because here's the truth. Men provide resources. So when he leaves, he takes his resources. And his resources are still marketable. And depending on the move that y'all have made as a couple, he probably has even more resources than he had when y'all first got together. So now he's taking all of those resources, and you better believe that another woman is going to run to those resources.
For sure.
Meanwhile, you now have to start your life over again, but now you have children. And now you have, unfortunately, your beautiful, wonderful children that you love are now baggage. And now you're starting over again. And you aren't as old. Your body don't do what it used to do. You ain't giving what you're supposed to have gave. And let's just be honest. It's just the truth. It's just honest to goodness. Truth. This is what we cannot escape. This is called reality. So as a woman, I feel like all of these things have to be factored in. Period. And men too. If you understand that you might go back out here, you might not find what you lost. Facts. You might not find that. But let's be honest, a woman will take those resources, baby, and he can have 5 kids strapped to him. But as long as he got resources, he's marketable.
Oh.
So I just want ladies to be realistic. When you make those vows said for better or for worse. Those are real vows. That's this real life stuff, okay? This real life stuff. You don't make those vows thinking in the back of your mind, you got to get out of jail free card if it don't work out. That's not how it works. That's not how it's supposed to work. That's why it's so hard to break up in a marriage, because you're not supposed to be doing that. Circumstances are circumstances. We live and we learn. I get it. But I'm just simply saying, when you have a choice, though, ladies, think about the choice you're making. So now, as a married person who's been married for a considerable amount of time, I have to look at it a little differently. Now I have to go, is this what I really want to do? I have to weigh the pros and cons differently. Don't mean I'm going to stay, but it also don't mean I'm automatically, without questioning, going to go. Because you have to be honest, you have to think about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I'm giving the ladies something to think about. Like, let's just be honest about this. Let's be honest about this thing.
That's real. Let me go to Vince.
Plus, you got the insurance policy on him. Girl, stop. Stop playing, sis.
Bruh.
Stop playing. I'm not. Wait a minute. Let me just be clear. I'm not talking. That's not like me saying plot on the man. That's not what I was saying, ladies. I'm not saying plot on the man. Okay, I'm a Christian. Thou shalt not kill. Okay, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just simply saying you have put in time, baby. You have put in effort. You know, you listen. Don't do it to yourself if it is something that you can learn to forgive. Do not do it to yourself. That's all I'm saying.
There it is. I'm gonna go to Vince. Then I'm gonna get some of these comments. Go ahead, Vince.
Well, for me, it'll be over.
Oh,
it will be over. I would take my 2-year-old and my baby, and we'll be in Florida somewhere. She'll never find me. Because my thing is, you gotta understand, I'm 50. So, and we have a very good relationship. We're very transparent. We have good communication. So if she needs something from me, I'm gonna try to do it. If I need something from her, she's gonna try to do it. So for cheating to become involved, it would just be done. As far as my end, I've been down that road, and it's not something that she needs to worry about. My ego is not so big that I need a whole lot of female attention. I had that, so that's not an issue. I have a beautiful wife. We're best of friends. I have a baby. I have a legacy, and all that is more important than any little spin around. And then I gotta say again, I'm 50. I got to go to the gym now to keep up with my wife. So I don't have no energy for nobody else, and I ain't got no money either for nobody. So the main things that they would want, I can't give them.
I got you. There it is. There it is.
The 3 things. Can't do it.
I hear that, man. I hear that. Let me get this comment from Kenyatta. She said, I agree, Chloe. I may not have divorced from cheating. However, it was the mental and the verbal abuse towards one another. Then he became physically abusive, and he didn't want to keep a job. The layers were adding up, and the stress was not worth it. It was about my oldest son. It was about my oldest son and I. Yeah. No, I understand that. I understand
Absolutely.
that.
Ladies, do not stay in abusive relationship. Do not do that. I would never condone that. Don't do that.
No doubt. Yeah, no, like I said, I appreciate everybody participating in that question, right? And the reason why I wanted to ask that question, like I said, because going back to the video that we put up, as context to the show, it just really had me wondering, do people have what it takes to be in these relationships and these marriages? Yeah, that's really the question, right? The young lady in the video, she left the man because he was boring. Yeah, but I'm just wondering, do people really understand what's involved in a marriage and what's involved in a relationship? Like, just because you see a little bit of a rough patch, that's not your cue to tap out. And I'm just like, sometimes I wonder, where are we getting our examples of how this is supposed to look? Like I said, the parents that came before us, I can think back to my parents directly, my grandparents. Just because stuff got a little rough, they wasn't tapping out. Yeah, grandma and granddad, they might have had a couple of arguments. Might have been a couple dish rags got through across the kitchen.
Maybe a pot or two. Maybe a pot or two.
They wasn't tapping out though. Yeah, they still went 50 years like it wasn't nothing. Yeah, so I'm trying to understand, the folks of today that in these relationships and these marriages, do they even have what it takes? Like, do they even subscribe to, till death do us part?
Right.
Yeah, we leaving folks because they boring. We leaving folks because they, they wasn't, what Vince say earlier, they wasn't piping you down right. Like, it's all type of stuff. We ladies leaving dudes because they ain't going on trips every other week. Why this cat got a job working 40 hours a week? Like, what we doing out here?
Superficial.
Yep, and then too, the other thing, like I said, I got to jump on the ladies for a minute. Ladies, How y'all gonna keep saying that it ain't no good men out here, but yet y'all steady throwing away good dudes?
Make it make sense.
Yeah, help me understand that. I hear ladies say that all the time. It ain't no good men out here. Where the good men?
They don't want
But
average men.
There you go. That's
I
part of it
thought
as
it was
well.
about a good man, not an average man.
Mm-mm.
I'm confused. I
Mm-mm.
thought it was about a good man.
No, they don't want an average man.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying, but even with that though, Vince, so how many good men they passing up because they average?
Come on, average men, you can come too. Hit me up. Everybody who's ever been called average man, if you ever been called that, hit me up. I'm gonna put y'all all in a group together, and I'm just gonna invite let the ladies just go we gonna put it together.
And just so y'all know what Chloe talking about, like I said, we're gonna be putting together a group of
The
average,
Facebook group.
boring men. What's all
Yeah.
the description?
Any dude that's been called nice, too nice,
Right.
Boring, dry.
Not dry.
What's the other one you just said?
All of it. Let's say
All
average,
of it.
nice
Average,
guys.
all of y'all.
Right,
We want
lames.
to hear from you. We're gonna create the group, and we're gonna do some singles type matching type stuff but you have to be single now. If you married already, don't play them type of games with us. We're gonna have to do a screening. Only single men need to hit me up. Understand? Don't hit me up like hit me up. Hit me up because I'm gonna facilitate the group. Matter of fact, my husband gonna be involved.
Right.
And we're gonna facilitate the group. We're gonna facilitate the group. Cause see, we Black women want y'all. All right. Black women want y'all. The ones that saying that, they don't speak for us. They don't speak for the Black female delegation. Okay. They don't speak for us. So we gonna put y'all too nice, boring, average guys in front of some women that would love the opportunity to be with y'all. So yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Announcement. Hit us up at IMC Price.
Yeah, we're gonna hook the brothers up. Let's see, we gotta help some fellas out here. Let's see,
it's
too much nonsense going on. Yeah, it's too much, y'all. And I'm sure you guys are seeing the same stuff I see, man. There's so many divorces going on right now. It's almost like marriages are literally under attack.
It's an epidemic.
Yeah, and people are literally falling into the trap. And like I said, then when you look at some of these things or some of these reasoning, I know a lot of this stuff gets hidden behind what's the phrase? Irreconcilable differences. But a lot of this stuff be some nonsense. Yeah, be some stuff, the young lady talking about he boring. It's just like we divorcing folks because they boring now. We leaving folks because they boring. Like, yeah, so much nonsense going on that's got to be corrected. Yeah, no, for sure, Erica. Let's say we got to match up some folks. Because let me mascot for my fellas real quick. We've created this scenario. And then we'll get ready to take some closing in a minute. Well, we've created this scenario where we are literally lessening the pool of available men. Yeah, we talking about how tall these dudes are. We talking about how much money this guy makes. Some of the material stuff that we are kind of reducing these guys with now. It's just literally killing the selection pool for women. And this stuff is coming from women. Yeah, they're the ones saying these things. I can't entertain a man if he ain't 6 feet tall. But yeah, she 5'1". But she can't entertain a man unless he's 6 feet tall. Like some of this stuff that I see nowadays,
it's just like, my man.
Yeah, but it's like you can look up to a cat that's 5'4". Like I need somebody to make it make sense.
I'm just saying, that's what they say. They be like, I need to look up to my man.
Man, this stuff crazy. Let's see. Winfrey said, I just want to be in the room when you make the group for observation purposes only. Nah, Winfrey, I know you ain't coming just to observe, man. We're gonna put you on, man. We're gonna put you on.
We got to get that going.
Yeah, we got to get that popping off. We're gonna make that happen for sure. But yeah, no, it's just we got to do better with this situation. Like I said, we got enough challenges as it is, enough conflict as it is, and to now be separating from somebody who could be the foundation that you need, to now be separating from them on some shallow stuff or some nonsense. Yeah, it's just not making sense, and it's definitely not gonna get us where we're trying to get. We're gonna try to keep time tonight. I'm gonna get into some closing. Y'all got anything else y'all want to say before we close out, or you want to go straight to the closing?
We get the closing.
We in the closing. Go ahead, Chloe. Close us out. What you want to say in closing before we get out of here?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, I would just say, I think the biggest thing is for us to just realign our expectations. I think a lot of what's going on with us, not just in our relationships, but just in life, a lot of us are walking around with discontentment. And it's not even because we have horrible lives. It's because our expectations of what our lives are supposed to look like aren't aligning with reality. They just aren't aligning. So some of us are missing blessings that God is literally trying to pour out on us. Some of us are missing the peace, like Remy said earlier. We're missing that peace because we're too busy worried about what we don't have, and we're missing it. We're missing what we do have. We're missing the opportunities that are coming across our plate, and we're missing it. We aren't being good stewards of what we already have and have already been blessed with because we're too busy chasing more and more and more, and none of it is making us happy. And I just think that we take this approach to everything, including our relationships. We're looking for something. It's got to be something. And that's why I feel like the goalpost keeps moving. Now the man got to have $300,000 a year, and he got to be 6 feet tall, and he got to be 6 inches or bigger. Like it's just getting ridiculous. These unrealistic expectations. Every man is not 6 feet tall, with 6 inches or larger, with 6 figures in the bank. How did we get here? And when did that become the standard? And who told you that was the standard? Like, I just think that it's these unrealistic expectations, expecting a man to want to entertain you. You know, a man take you out on a first date and you want to blow up his pockets. I'm hearing ladies say, "Oh, what should a typical night out cost like a date? Oh, $300 to $500. Are you crazy?
We all
You gotta be crazy." I'm not even a dude, and I'm like, I wouldn't even expect a man to spend $300. You expect that man to spend $300 to $500 on you for one date, and it's not a special occasion. You just going out to meet this guy. You just meeting this guy, and he just wants to want to spend $300 to $500 on you. Are you crazy?
Now, you got to get that Australian lobster tail. You know what it is.
You know what? I'm gonna say this, and I know we ending the show, so I don't want to start nothing. But no wonder he's going to Thailand to get Soo Young.
Oh,
because listen, Soo Young gonna take a lot less, a whole lot less. That's a conversation for another day that we still need to have.
Okay, we're gonna have it. I was gonna avoid it, but we're gonna have it.
About these passport brothers and about these brothers who want to go somewhere else.
Okay, we're gonna have it then.
You know, we're gonna have that conversation because, ladies, this is getting ridiculous. I mean, come on, y'all. Let's realign our expectations. Like Remy said earlier, let's find our happiness. Actually, Kenyatta said that, and Remy was talking about the peace. Let's find our peace and our happiness in ourselves first. And then we'll be able to find happy with somebody else. And then when we find that happy, hold on to it. Don't be leaving just because it gets tough.
There it is. There it is. There it is. Vince, you got anything you want to say in closing, brother?
In closing about these relationships, especially for those of us who are over I would say 35. I think that we have to do our healing and come into these relationships completely. And what I mean by that is handle your scandal. If you know your situation with your baby daddy ain't right, or with your baby mama ain't right, or your credit ain't right, or your family ain't right, get all that handled before you get into these relationships, so you can come into these relationships with a clean slate. That's a lot of the
Facts.
problem. You come
Facts.
in these relationships and all this stuff. I mean, stuff just falling out the bones just falling out the closet.
Facts.
Put everything on the table and see if somebody want to work with that. If you got a crazy baby mama, you need to say, "Hey, I got a crazy baby mama. I'm trying to keep her in check, but she crazy." And then you let her deal with that. Don't wait 6-7 months in, and then she find out you got a crazy baby mama. Or you have to and I see that you have to come complete and understand what you need in these relationships. It can't just be about a financial thing, because that's not going to keep a relationship.
Right.
Both ways, it's not going to keep it. So, that's what I have to say to the end.
Okay, no, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. And like I said, I'll just say this, man, before we get out of here. I know this sound corny, man, but it's for real, man. We gotta do better. Yeah, I'm gonna say this to the ladies because I think the statistics are still accurate. I think there's more women than men available. Ladies, stop throwing these fellas away. Yep, to the married women out here, ladies, stop warning out divorcing these fellas on some nonsense. Yeah, there's always a situation where a brother's doing something that is irrecoverable. So I understand that. So you got to do what you got to do. But some of these situations, that's not the case. Yeah, so build with your man, build with your woman. Like I said, we're trying to repair these relationships. That's one of the main reasons why we do this show. We're trying to repair these relationships between black men and black women. We got all type of issues. Yeah, we have the hardest time getting on the same page. We have to have the hardest time aligning with each other, even though we was created for each other. It's like we in two different directions. It's almost like we two different people. Yeah, and we got to correct that. And at the end of the day, Candid Convos, we're going to do our part. We're going to continue to have these conversations. We're going to hash it out. We're going to bring folks to the panel. We're going to get folks in the comments. We're going to take all the perspectives, the experience levels, the input. We're taking it all so we can get to the point of some solutions. Yeah, that is why we're here ultimately, to change our trajectory. So, man, with that being said, this is Candid Convos. We do this show every Wednesday night, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. We are live on YouTube. We are on Facebook. So definitely in your spare time, go over to YouTube, to the Candid Convos page, drop us a subscribe. Man, let me set a goal. We're trying to get over 10. We right there. Let me set a little small goal. You muted.
That ain't big enough. That ain't big enough. We're trying to get 100 subscribers by the end of the year.
Okay.
Okay. Listen, in the word it says, write the vision, make it plain. So this is the vision. We are trying to get 100 subscribers by the end of the year. So go over to the YouTube page, guys. I know you like watching on Facebook, and we're going to keep doing the show on Facebook, but go over to the YouTube, subscribe, like the video, share it to your friends, share it on your Facebook pages. Let's increase our reach. If we're going to do this, if we're going to do this singles thing, then we got to reach people. So we need y'all to help us reach the people. So let's come on, y'all. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the shares up. Let's get the subscribers going, so that we can actually build a network of like-minded individuals that are trying to push our community forward. We tired of just talking about the problems. We want to be a part of the solution. And everybody that watches this show, that rolls with us, like you guys are people who are looking for a solution. So let's spread the message.
For sure, for sure. All right, we're going to shut my little
Come
my
on now,
little 10.
our people show up for us. We trying to
For
get
sure.
100 before the end of the year. Come on, y'all.
For sure, for sure. No, so like I said, we definitely would appreciate that. So let's say drop a little subscribe over there on the Kandid Konvos page on YouTube. Listen, we're gonna try to hit that 100 mark for the end of the year. So we got about a month and a half to go. So definitely help us with hitting that goal before the end of the year. But yeah, man, like I said, we appreciate everybody coming out, rocking with us as always, supporting the platform. Shout out to Erica Arrington. Shout out to my guy Winfrey. Shout out to Remy Williams. Shout out to Donovan. Shout out to Kenyatta. Shout out to my guy Rodney, representing from Lansing as well. Man, let's say we appreciate you guys consistently rocking with us and supporting the platform. Listen, we appreciate all the shares. I've been noticing folks have been sharing out the show, and some new folks have been reaching out, showing their support as well, for on Chloe's platform and the Kandid Konvos platform. So we appreciate you guys for that, and helping us spread the word and spread the message and the content. Like I said, that is how we grow, and that is how we get to people and actually affect some change. So no, we definitely appreciate that. But man, with that being said, everybody have an awesome night, and we will catch you guys next Wednesday.